Welcome to Sonicwall Video Solutions. My name is Kritika Nakshatri. Today, we will demonstrate how to configure WAN Group VPN. To configure the WAN Group VPN, you need to first ensure that Global VPN client is licensed for your firewall, set up the WAN Group VPN, and then configure local users and provide the required VPN access. Today for demonstration, we are using a Sonicwall NSA 220 with a firmware version 5.9.0.3. Global VPN client is licensed with 2 licenses. Moving to the configuration, go to the VPN tab, make sure that Enable VPN is checked, enable the WAN Group VPN, click on the Configure option. You would need to provide a shared secret here. This shared secret will be used on the client as well. For demonstration, we give it as Sonicwall VPN. Under the Proposals tab, we leave the settings at default. Under the Advanced tab, you can enable Windows Networking Broadcast if you want to access the devices on the network using the domain names. Under Client Authentication, User group for XAuth users can be set to trusted users, or if you're using your Active Directory, you can use the Active Directory groups. Under the Client tab, Virtual Adapter Settings needs to be set to DHCP lease. Allow Connections to needs to be set to split tunnels so that you can access the network behind the Sonicwall as well as have internet connection on the system that you're connecting from. Click on OK to save the settings. Next, go to the DHCP over VPN tab, click on Configure, enable the option Use Internal DHCP Server, also for Global VPN Client. This will let you use the Sonicwall as the DHCP server. If you're using any internal DHCP server, you can use the option Send DHCP request to the server addresses below. Click on Add and enter your DHCP server IP address here. Click on OK to save the settings. Next, we need to configure local users on the Sonicwall using which you will be able to connect using the Global VPN client. Go to the Users tab, Local Users, click on Add User. You can provide name and password as per your requirement. For demonstration, we give the name as test and the password as test123. Under the Groups tab, this user will be a part of everyone and trusted users group by default. Under the VPN access, you can provide the IPs or the network to which this user has access once he's connected to the VPN client. For demonstration, we'll use LAN subnets. Click on OK to save the settings. In this way, you can create multiple users and provide specific VPN access to these users. We have now completed the configuration of WAN Group VPN. Using the Global VPN client, you can now connect to the public IP assigned to your WAN interface and connect to the network behind the Sonicwall. Now we have remoted into a client PC from where we will be connecting. We have downloaded and installed the Global VPN client on this system. Once installed, this is the Global VPN client view that you see. Click on the File, New, Next. Here you need to provide the IP address or the domain associated with your IP address. This is the public IP that we are connecting to, or the X1 IP address on the Sonicwall. You can provide a connection name. Click on Next. If you want a desktop shortcut, you can use this option to create a desktop shortcut. Click on Finish. We now have a VPN connection profile created. Select the connection profile and click on Enable. Provide the shared key that was given during the configuration of WAN Group VPN. Provide the username and password required to connect to this connection. In this case, we are using the test user that was created on the Sonicwall. Click on OK. The first time it may ask you to authenticate twice. Once connected, you'll see the IP address and also the status as connected. You can now ping any system on the network that you have access to, or connect to any system using RDP or other applications. This brings us to an end of this video on how to connect using the global VPN client.